In today's video, I will be discussing the likely trajectory of Bitcoin in the next few weeks, and more importantly, why I feel like it's going to shoot right back up to the 50 to 60,000s, and if not break an all-time new record high. And everyone knows, the rise of Bitcoin comes with the rise of most other altcoins. This means we are in for a really exciting ride for the next few weeks ahead of us. So as well as looking deeper into the future path of Bitcoin, I will also be exploring some of the recent news on some popping altcoins right now with the likes of Cardano, as well as personal portfolios and Binance news. I think it's fair to say that this video is jam-packed full of information for you guys, and you should be looking forward to it. So without further ado, let's get right into the contents of today's wonderful and extremely valuable video in the current bear market of crypto. Hey guys, it's the Bitcoiner here, and I'm back healthy again with another valuable video regarding altcoins. If you guys didn't already know, here at the Bitcoiner we upload daily videos just for you guys to help you learn more about crypto in an effort to put more zeros in that crypto wallet of yours. So if you like money and you want to learn more about crypto, then leave a like on this video and subscribe. On another note, before the video begins, I would like to let you guys know that the timestamps for the different parts of this video are in the video description for you guys that want to skip forward and back simply to the specific parts of the video. To begin this video, I think it is ideal to listen to some of the recent words of Jordan Belfort as he calls out Elon Musk over the pump and dump comments he made recently on Fox Business News.
I won't dump.
Well, I like Elon Musk, but correct me if I'm wrong, didn't he sell some Bitcoin at the top and get a big profit?
Hold on a second, did he?
No, he did not. So Tesla's still holding.
In the company?
He's still holding himself.
No, did they dump 100? Did they book a profit of 110 million?
Yeah, they sold a very small portion, but that was just but they still hold around $1.5 billion with Jordan.
So
I understand, but they did sell some.
Very small sliver.
They sold 100 million plus of some. Listen, I like Elon Musk, and I'm sure I think he's rich enough. He doesn't have to make an extra few dollars pumping and dumping. I think the problem is, well, he might not be pumping and dumping. People use his endorsement, and they pump and dump around the hype that Elon creates. So he might not be doing it, but others use his name. For example, with Dogecoin, there was a time when every single influencer out there was like the Doge Army, and they're all pumping and they dumped. He might not have because he doesn't need to, so he's probably inadvertently being used in that way. That's my guess.
Look, bearing in mind that the whole crypto market is susceptible to each new headline coming from a celebrity or a billionaire or whatever, bearing that in mind, are you in the crypto market yourself?
I am. I'm in it for the long term, and not in a massive way, but I'm in. I have positions in Bitcoin and Ethereum and another one, Polygon Matic, because it's a hedge. If it really runs away, I want to at least have some. But I wouldn't put in more than I can afford to lose. And I think the distinction here is there's two types of crypto. There's really good, investments. There's a lot of what we call SHIT coins out there that are just designed to separate people from their money, and that's what people need to be really, really careful with.
Okay, so where do you think the market stands at the moment? It's been pretty flat, pretty static for Bitcoin. Around 30, 31, 32. It's right at that level. It's been there for, I think, a couple of months. From a technical point of view, you guys who own it, you wouldn't want to see it drop down below 30,000 again and stay there, because that would be a very bad technical sign, wouldn't it?
I hope it drops down lower, because I would buy more if it drops down more. See, I would love it to go lower because I'm a long-term investor, so I don't really care if it goes up or down in the short term. I love it to go back to 5,000 and buy a ton of it there, and that would be a great thing. So I'm not looking as a short-term trader. I think people that are trading Bitcoin for the short term, it's very dangerous. It's very volatile, and you don't really. Anyone that says they know where it's going next is lying. No one knows where it's going next. It's susceptible to things like statements from Elon Musk, things that happen in China, other parts of the world, still a nascent market until it really finds a footing. And I think once regulation and the sovereign risk is more well known, what's really going to happen? Then I think that analysts will be able to really start predicting things in a much more, systematically. Right now, it's just like, who knows what the U.S. is going to say with tax and regulation is securities and not. And those are huge. That's why I always was scared of Bitcoin.
So going further into Jordan Belfort's comments, beginning this video, we'll have a closer look at the future of Bitcoin and its price. Of course, to do this, we need to do some analysis of its recent patterns and news exposure. If I was claiming here that I was certain of the future of Bitcoin's price tomorrow, it would clearly be that I would be lying, because nobody in the world can do that. However, we can get close predictions with some analysis like I previously mentioned. First of all, I would like to mention that in the past 6 months, Bitcoin has had a really low trading volume. So what does this even mean? Does it necessarily mean that the price of Bitcoin will plummet? No. In fact, it has a strong impact and can be interpreted either positively or negatively. This is because it essentially means that individual trades will hold much more weighting on how the market will react and progress. This basically means that the hodler's eggs are in the whale's baskets. This is a new term, and I'd like to put my name on it. Buy the Bitcoiner. This can come across quite bearish, but surprisingly, it's not that bad. It just indicates that there has been a lack of interest as opposed to the past peak of interest and media coverage in the past 5 to 6 months back in the now early 2020. This once again is both good and bad. Good because when the next change in the Bitcoin market begins, it is likely to be explosively good, and even potentially shoot back up to the price of a new all-time high. But it is also just as likely to be explosively bad. It's clear that the stakes are high and things are, well, explosive. So hold on to your hats, people, and also don't stand Bitcoin if you're not willing to take a 50-50% risk. Of course, with the movement of Bitcoin comes the movement of all altcoins, and the king of all altcoins is, well, Ethereum. In fact, the whole crypto market is definitely about to pop, and whether it pops to produce lemon or lemonade is really just in the hands of the Bitcoin gods. So speaking further on the Ethereum altcoin, here's a little news recently that has surfaced. Of course, if you've been slightly following the crypto news and the Ethereum news at all lately, you will know that just a few days from now, on August the 4th, Ethereum will be launching its highly anticipated EIP 1559 update. So what does this mean for the price of Ethereum anyway? I feel like Ethereum is going to continue to hover in the area of 1,300 to 2,400 for the next few days, and then we'll rally up a little bit to the highs of 2,700 to 2,800 in the coming days before the EIP 1559 update is released. And then after, we really can't be that sure, but I think it all depends on the performance of the update itself. So into the most recent altcoin news we go. Well, this section of the video is pretty straightforward, as we'll be looking closer into the recent published articles on Binance making it harder to trade Bitcoin anonymously. Binance is making it harder to trade Bitcoin anonymously amid regulatory trouble. Its daily withdrawal limit is decreasing for users who haven't supplied ID or photos. Binance is the world's largest exchange. It recently has been targeted by regulators across the globe. Binance, the world's top exchange by trading volume, is feeling the heat from regulators. In an effort to cool down, it has announced changes that help it better comply with local regulations, including more restrictions on consumers who haven't completed all the steps of user verification. As of today, new users on the exchange will be limited to daily withdrawals of 0.06 Bitcoin, or the equivalent of roughly $2,000, if they've only completed the platform's basic account verification. The previous limit was 2 Bitcoins per day, or roughly $70,000. This is a huge decrease. Here are some comments by the CEO of Binance. Make sure to pause the video and read them. New users will be facing the restrictions starting between August 4th and August 23rd. Those who complete all the verification steps can withdraw as much as 100 Bitcoin per day. Binance uses 3 levels of user identification. The basic level asks for your name, nationality, and date of birth and address. It allows people to quickly get trading crypto for other crypto, as well as deposit funds and withdraw crypto, as well as very small amounts of fiat, $300 for a lifetime account. The intermediate level asks for an identification of photos to substantiate some of the information one provided, while advanced verification also requires proof of address in the form of a utility bill or bank statement. Taken together, these levels constitute the exchange KYC, or known as the customer's process. KYC is the requirement for financial institutions. It aims to prevent criminals from laundering money or stop those on the sanction list from accessing funds. Binance has said before that it would beef up KYC. In 2019, it partnered with regulatory tech company Identity Mind to automate the KYC and anti-money laundering process. It had previously partnered with Refinitiv in 2018 on similar process. Those moves were ways of combating Binance's reputation for making it too easy for traders to skirt the rules by providing phony information. The more restrictive withdrawal limits may have added effect of corralling people into more intensive KYC process and give up some of their anonymity, provided they were trading under a different identity. And this is all very interesting, and I'll be making sure to keep you guys updated. Moving on to the next part of the video, here I will be discussing Cardano's preparation for mobile/web integration. This is due to the JavaScript supporting Cardano. And thus enabling Platus application in the browser. Personally, I've never heard of this term Platus Cardano, and I know a few of you guys are on the same page as me, so here's the definition. The Platus platform is a smart contract platform of the Cardano blockchain. Platus contracts consist of pieces that run on a blockchain on-chain code, and pieces that run on a user's machine, off-chain, or client code. I will link this article in the description, but here are a few takeaways. Charles Holskin recently revealed that Cardano's smart contracts are now compatible with web browsers on testnet. The team ran the Platus application backend in JavaScript, the most popular web programming language. Cardano has been making moves towards the launch of smart contracts on mainnet scheduled for September. Yup, so that's it for the news on Cardano, but I highly recommend reading through this article yourself. So yeah guys, that's about it for this video. In this video I went over some of the likely price changes of Bitcoin and Ethereum, and what this will do to the market, as well as some news of Cardano and Ethereum itself. I hope this video brought value to you, and if so, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Peace. The Bitcoiner is out.